So me, it's our team. The right one is me. My name is Sergey. I'm from HFTL, Hochschule für Telekommunikation Leipzig. And this is my team, Larissa, Jan, and Mar. They are from Larissa from Zlina, Jan from Croatia, and Mar from Valencia. By the way, are you gonna present me and Jan? Is Jan here? Can you hear me? I mean, are you?
Yes, I can hear you. Do you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I do.
Okay, fine.
So what we are gonna do? So we are our plan is develop the application, which is gonna be smart solution for agriculture, for the farmers and for the production agriculture industry. And for them, it's just gonna be the application. And but this application is introduced into the grain dryers, where we include the sensors and from where they can monitor and control the dry process. So we have a plan. Short term, it's like about 3 months, and medium is like from 4th month till 12, so till for whole 1 year, and the long one is like the 2nd year. And the first short term, we're gonna basically working on analysis, make a relationship with company and investors who supports our idea, become officially company written and registry able to buy equipment, create our webpage and profile in social media, and present our information about us and about our idea. Define the revenue for our company, create a financial plan for the project, create the monthly cost and revenue plan, make initial small purchase, and like working on analyze like what we're gonna do and what we're gonna develop. So in the medium terms, we're gonna hold the meetings with investors, hold the meetings with farmers, create the reserve funds, keep raising our capital, modeling and concept architecture for new app, create a new app, and testing and think about additional functionality of our app for the user, talk potential customer about it, and develop it. And the long terms, we're gonna work on the result. We try to keep everything up to date, prototype development, release the application into experience work, app testing and validation, implementation, a pilot project, train users and apply the app. So it's our plan. Yes. So we start from March 2020. And we made the research and developed the project, the concept, and our cost is like 454,000 euros, like we need from the funding from European Union, and it includes 7 phase and 25 activity, and we're gonna end it in December with the smart app and develop a good developed implemented application. Yeah. Why do we have to do it? Why do we need SmartDry? So SmartDry includes the smart planning. Like for example, farmers could choose what they want to dry, when they want to dry. And it's of course it affects, like for example, if it's August, like it's gonna be the weather gonna be more dry, and in the application you could also monitoring the weather forecast, and the usual practical experience, for example, if they want to grind something specific which takes longer or takes less, so it's gonna be organized. And from the application you can monitoring it, like you can start it and monitoring how it's going by the sensors and by the experience. And of course, you can also control it, like you can stop or you can continue drying if it's not enough, or yeah, that's the only functions. So which problem it solves? Like if we dry, if we want to dry our items and it doesn't works like usual. For example, like if the basically how the farmers does, it's just like they have a timer, they just dry it, they just think like, okay, it's gonna take like 2-3 days, or they just put a timer and that's it. And in our case, we gonna control it, and by sensors we can see if it's already dry. We don't have to waste our energy. And the second one is we don't have to over dry it. And if it's not dry enough, we can still continue and save, or still continue to dry and save the time that the farmer should not gonna go there and check. And if it's not dry enough, he should continue the process, and like it saves time. So this is the main idea, which gonna be implemented by our app. In our app, it's gonna be those functions are monitoring. We can also use the practice as it was done before, and make the plan how it's gonna be dry and what time and how long. Also according to the weather. For example, if you see like if it's gonna be dry 2 weeks, it's obviously it's gonna dry faster. So in our application, I'm gonna help it, and that's why we implement for it. Oops, wait. Yeah, this is our planning of our project, which includes 7 phases and 25 activities. First phase is like industrial research of theoretical base for the app development. The second one is defining application development, technology and models. The third one is modeling of the concept and architecture for new app. The fourth one is the app prototype development. Then we do release of the application into experimental work. The sixth one is the promotion and dissemination. And the seventh one is the project and business management. So in the research phase, we have to focus more on analysis, like analyzing the current state and grain dryer. Also, we have to analyze the theoretical foundation of the grain dryer technologies. Then we have to do market research, like interviews with the farmers and agriculture companies. And then we have to define the needs of the farmers. And as the second one, we have to define analysis in agriculture and food production sectors. Then analysis of the possibility brought by digital technologies, and analysis of the needs and definition of requirements for new application based on the new technologies industry. So this is our research part, and then I'm gonna continue to Jan. So Jan, it's your turn.
Yes.
So next slide, yes?
Yes, next slide, please. Okay, so I would like to continue with some development phase. As it was mentioned before, we have divided our plan into 3 basic parts, short, mid, and long-term activities. And so we want to pursue our plan and start with these activities. Basically, we want to focus in the beginning on forming team of experts, because agriculture is area where we are not very familiar with. So we need some experts on this topic. Then we want to find some potential customers and so on. Final stages will include cooperation with big companies and assuring our well-known position in this area. We want to keep improving and collect data for our further research. Please, next slide. So about our app, we called it SmartDry, and we want this app to communicate with sensors within the dryers. So the customers can see what's happening inside in real time. Some main functionalities of this app should be defining drying schedule with monitoring the moisture and the other characteristics, possibility of creating schedule to some selected criteria and rules. Also, this should be for different types of cereal, and we are planning some efficiency improves like drying time and energy consumption. Our app will include some other functionalities like possibility of heating the biomass or controlling gas emissions without contaminating the quality of our dry grain. Please, next slide. So our target market, or who are we aiming at? Where our products can be bought also by customers as a persons or business companies. But to be fair, in this area of agriculture, there aren't many persons that are not interested in buying and selling, and then there are business companies, so it's mainly B2B for some agriculture corporations and food producers. Next slide, please. Okay, so market analysis. Since we research some complementary products related to the grain dryers, we found that there are a large offer of different forms of grain dryers on the market. Namely, we have seen that dryers can vary in size, from large to small. They can be mobile, and also there are companies who are offering whole systems that combine drying and storing the grain. But there are not so many smart solutions, even though some companies are trying to include them. So I think, or we think, this is the hole we can fill and make some really big improvements. You can, next slide, please. Marketing activities. So in early stages of our business, I'm talking about those first 3 months. Our marketing will mainly consist of web page or our influence through social media. As far as introducing our app to companies goes, we will produce some videos or presentations that will be presented directly to the local companies and farmers. And also we want to host some conferences and gatherings where we can raise awareness about this problem and our solution. Next slide, please. So about resources we will need, we divided them into 3 groups: material, intangible, and human resources. If we will start with human resources, we will need 3 experts. One will be agronomist, second programmer, and a digital technology expert on top of our 4 members, which will help our goals to make happen. As far as material resources go, we will need some business space, information and communication technologies, furniture, office material, and so on. Intangible resources include some conducted interviews of potential customers and deliveries on the project. I think that's all about resources. Well, now we need to consider risks, and we have divided them into 5 main risk areas. The first is financial risk. It refers to the high cost of production and the expensive product we want to sell and investment in the product technology. The second one is market risk. It's if we will meet some market disinterest or we will face poor market recognition, that can result in difficult market penetration, and we won't be successful as a company. Technological risk is the third one, because we have high technological requirements, so we have to meet them, and if we don't, we won't be able to place our product on the market efficiently. Management risk, poor decision making, and how to say it, poor product development planning, I think. Environmental risk, we want to be focused on the environmental, so that's why I was mentioning the gas emissions and so on. And if we fail in this, so our main pillars won't be successful as well. Next slide, please. So here we have our societal and environmental impact, and we think particularly significant impact should be in agriculture and food production, given that the grain production is directly related to these activities. Our topic was also including sustainability, and grain is a base for multiple other daily used food, as we can see in the picture on the right. And many times it makes a whole basis of people's diet. Also, this pandemic situation has shown us how easy it is to lose things we all consider very common. And losing food resources in times like this is not something we can afford. That's why we consider our impact on society big. And if we can minimize losses during the heating process, we can save a lot of potential hunger. Next slide, please. So, responsible budgeting. As was mentioned before, we want some finances from the European Union. Also, our business will be initiated by some savings of our team members, loan from a commercial bank, and investor investments. Those investments from investors and also our savings will be used to run the business and running costs of the early stages. And the whole developing app will be funded by European Union. And next, I think the last slide, please. So about us, if we had to choose some power sides of our team, I think creativity and innovation and ideas for changing our surroundings is and do something better. And I think our plan can help a lot of people. I think that's all from me, and thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.